I don't have any particular specific topic that I want to talk about today, and I also don't have anything special that's happening for the day, but I do have something different, which is like my friend from college, actually contacting me, and I'm like, I never get curious about this person, but sometimes I do wonder how she's doing. And now she's contacting me. I'm like, this is interesting because I don't have that personal connection that I like that I want to build with this person. And I just wonder like what kind of relationship I was trying to get from this. Because sometimes I was so intentional with my relationship that I'm not being friends with a lot of people because of that. So I'm like, rejecting this person is not that difficult, but also like rejecting this person is not, it's not like a line yes. So that word is actually really strong to consider in this time and space. So I'm like, I wonder like what can I actually say, what can I actually do in this type of situation? What would you do? Because sometimes I just get into a relationship with someone because like there is something that I need to learn, and I have a personal project or maybe something that I want to upgrade, and that's why I see those traits, those value, those things that I see that I want to have, that I think I want to have and all that stuff. So sometimes I still keep those people in my life. Like um my friend Fee, actually she is someone who is unintentionally and unconditionally kind and really loving and have that open energetic, and I'm like, I'd love to actually like get deeper into this type of energy because I don't have that really feminine friendly type of energy, and I'm like, this is interesting. And I still like contacting her from time to time. But with this person that just contacting me today, I was like, what kind of relationship I'm trying to get here? Because I don't have anything to give. And also like I don't want anything from her. Maybe like I'm too business like in my relationship, but that is who I am. And I'm not afraid to say, but this is such a limbo because I'm not that repulsive about this situation, but I'm also like not really accepting it. Hmm. And like that's the only thing that is different that's happening today. And I got nothing else to say actually. And personally, relationship is somewhat tricky for me because I don't have anything that I want to get. But sometimes like being with this type of people help me loosening up myself to a point where I can accept people who are so different than myself, and I get to see, oh, this is the human aspect of myself. I get to be humane, and I get to be friendly, I get to be compassionate with other people, and that's the whole thing of being open to an experience like this. When someone is actually very different than you and you have a very different value, experience, and vision in life, you be exploring different type of relationship, and this is like one of them. But I'm like, I don't know. Like, I still don't know. What can we talk about today besides that? Because that's just like one of the things that happened today. It's one of my life aspect that I'm being careful, because at one point I if I leaning deeply into the other extreme, which is like just be with people who I want to be with, then I will be that like really strict, really rigid, and I have no space for other people to come in. People who is not aligned with me, which is a lot of them in this world. So that's the only one why I don't want to be so strict about that aspect of life, the relationship. I was asking to my spirit guide, what can we talk about today? And my spirit guide guides me into the soil, the ground. I wonder like why I keep seeing the soil. Sometimes when I tap deeper into the collective, the vision of Earth is so visible, is so vivid that I'm just like, I think like the world is changing in such a fast rate that it will be like, it will be shocking at one point, but understandable on the second point. Like the moment you experience it, it's really shocking because it never happened. But when you think about it, it's like, yeah, I think like we kind of get it because of we have this and this and this. We have already have those timeline where we understand that it can happen this way. So we are not that surprised anymore, and we have accepted the idea that this can be one of our reality. And when it finally happened, everyone was like, so what? What's next? Like they are waiting for the next thing to happen. And also, like, actually, this is like the thing about this channel that I understand today is that I think I'm better with schedule. Like, I'm just better with sticking to the plan. And if I have said, okay, we are going to go with live only, and that's all I did, it's pretty easy for my mind to just go with the flow, go with the plan. But if it's so spontaneous, like, okay, we need to go live now, and then we are going to record it now, it's like those switch is actually not comfortable for me. And I try to ignore such a spontaneous move or something that is not in order or something that I haven't thought before. So about this channel, today I think that I have set my mind on how I want to move forward with my business. And I think will go back to the live stream. So if you find this, maybe like this is going to be the last one in for this month, or yeah, I think this is will be the last time for this month. And moving forward, if I have something that is weighing my mind, I'll probably record it to just like put it off, like not having any burden on the side of my mind. It's just like, okay, we're going to do it this way, and then it's going to be like we are not going to think about the reach, the audience, to the live stream or the chat and all that stuff, because me connecting to other people need me to explore the energy of the person I'm talking to, because I am that sensitive to connect I'm the empath of this world. And it's hard for me not to be that person because I've just always been that person. So this is like one of the catch of having a project for a long term is that sometimes you are switching your plan here and there according to whatever circumstances you have in life. And this is also like the sequence, the flow of how my 20 years journey since my triggered mission when I was 8, which is like I have this thing in mind, but then like something going on in my life. Okay, I'm gonna slow down, and that's why it took me like 20 years to get all the essence, all the processes, all the things, the ups and downs, beyond the depth, beyond the rise, and all that stuff. Like I've gone through so many times. I've gone through so many things, so many times about the same thing because of that. Like, okay, we can't do it this right now and we're going to put it off on the side. We're just going to stick on the things that we need to clear right away. And by the time I was clearing at it, I was just exhausted and I forget about it. And then I get impatient and I get back on the things on the mission. So in the 20 years is actually not like I'm always in it. There are some breathing space in between my focus. And I think like in life, that's the whole trick is that you never get to be 100%, 100 all the time. So there are some space in between where you get to be less or you need to go more. And this is like I'm being less because the initial premise of this project is actually me doing live, having a connection, having chat, having conversation with the people that is watching. So yeah, that's one of the things. And we're going to get back on it tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow is a recording schedule. Like I have so many things going on that I want to record. But yeah. And I have get back on my main channel just to post whatever I have done since I was gone. I was gone actually for 3 months and I'm like, I didn't know I have gone for that long because I'm just retreating in my own personal space and I am taking my breath, taking my steps, retracing my steps and looking at the future. Is it like still aligned with the things that we want to do? Is it like so far beyond the things, beyond the capacity that we have currently? And then I'm like readjusting whatever plan I have. And also, the plan is not always steps. Sometimes the plan is actually the system itself, like what kind of identity I am holding this plan with, what kind of energy I need to actually have for the things that is this, what kind of space I have for this type people that I want to help during this time, and all this stuff. That is the plan. And then the step is just like how I'm going to do it. And then, oh, because of this vision, because of this task, because of this event, we actually need to adjust whatever plan we have, the specific plan, the step of the plan that we want to give out, we want to take on those projects. And I'm like, okay, we're going to go with this instead. And I'm like, okay. And then readjustment period is over and I'm like getting back on it. And yeah, actually, the space that I'm in, the social media thing, is catching up because I am reappearing in my socials. That's great news, and I'm pretty much glad that that's happening because then I don't need to like catching a deep breath every so often because of that reason, because of the panic that is caused by uh, the stat losing in my main channel. So yeah, if you in the journey to improve yourself, if you are in the journey to get to know yourself, improve your reality, improve the feeling of your reality, then I'm probably your best guy. Because I have personally I have gone through so many experiment with my own suffering and how to find the solution of my suffering. And it is and I'm using my intellect and also like my sensitivity, like what I think it is. And then I tap into the quantum field to see if that's also the fusion, the vision of the future that I have. Sometimes it's aligned and sometimes it's a quiet. There's no answer in the quantum, and I'm like, maybe it's not. Let's keep it on the side. Let's keep it in a special box where this is one of the ideas that we can take. If you want to take it on the journey with this, you can have it a try, but don't expect anything more. Like that's all. That's the only thing. Yep. And I have nothing else to say. Do we have any message for the collective? Let me tap into the human collective for a second. The only thing that I can see right now because of the event that's happening in the world is that I keep going into the same conclusion is that the babies of this world, the younger children of this world is actually in a danger. And the dangerous situation is causing them to eventually exit this life. And I'm like, and what can we do with that? Is there something that I can do? Is there something that I can say with this? And I'm like, then I also see the vision of Japan losing a third of their lands. So it will be like cutting off really astonishingly. I don't know if that's going to be a truth, to be a reality or something, but it just like they lost literally a third of their land. Like the size of realistically what they are right now, it will be a lost a third of them. I was once actually watching this person who is very gifted in noticing what kind of natural disaster will happen in the world. And she was tapping into a certain city, and there was an accident, not an accident, a disaster happened in that city, and she saw bodies literally split in half, really gory looking bodies. And She was really, I think like she has immune to this type of situation, to this kind of vision, that she hold no pain whatsoever, but it's still like sad to see. And I've seen those things, but the bodies that I see is always leading me into the children, the children and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay. I also connected someone with the like they are in the moon looking at looking right at the direction of planet Earth. And I'm like, I don't know why they're seeing this way, but it's like they are watching. They are like somewhat guarding, but not really like will be there when we need help. They are just witnessing. Okay, that's the right word. They are witnessing what's currently happening on Earth energetically. I was when I connect with my spirit team, I connect with the physical earth itself, and I see all that disaster going on, and then the children and then I see the collective of human soul, of human energetic, the human DNA and all that stuff. It's very complicated to see it this way because all I see is the fragment of frequency that connect us, and it was so it's like when you are experiencing pain on your skin, and then the nerve on your skin, it light up the neurons in your head. And that's the stage that we are currently in, because everyone is actually incredibly energetic. We have those lights everywhere, like neurons connected to every soul on earth that is human. And because we have never been in this type of event, so many people don't know how to care for themselves, how to maintain their sanity. Some people were actually really exhilarating, really overjoyed about this situation, but most people are incapable to hold themselves and their own state of aliveness, and they are swept by this wave that is about to come. And sometimes they choose to exit, and most of them will choose to exit at one point, because that's the whole, what do you call it, that's the whole promise, that's the timeline that they choose. Agreement, that's like the agreement before they are born in this life, and they will choose the exit like around 2030. 2030 is actually really 거였어. 뭐 거였어 거기. If I tap into numbers just like 4 years, like 2026, 2027, I sometimes see things that's really particular for that year, and 2030 is like a big year for the collective. For me, it's more in the 2027. And most people who is doing the mission to improve the human race will have a big event in 2027. But people who are here to experience life generally, they will experience it at 2030. And this is what I notice when we who are the light worker, who is the psychic, who is the builder of the world, energetically, realistically, emotionally, intelligently, those people actually move a lot faster. And sometimes when it becomes trend, we already pass the time when it's named as a trend. And notice that in myself. Like I don't follow the trend, and sometimes like when I'm already over it, and then it's becoming a trend, and I'm like, I already experienced this like years ago. Why is it becoming a trend right now? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I never done that actually. If I tap into the year, is I when I actually, it's more common for me to tap on the year itself in the bigger picture. But I never like tap into like just month, like August 23, 22 August, something is important happening. I don't know if it's like for just myself or for the collective. September, October, November, December, December is the calmest we will ever have. There was a ship that was going down, that was going to land as an alien ship around October, November. I don't know if that's my personal reminder or it's for collective, because I didn't set it like that. I just like I want to see what is important. What is the important thing that is happening within the next 6 months? And I'm seeing like, okay, it will happen this way and this way. There are still so many ruckus and so many protests in the world that is about to come in September and October. 2031 is the turnover for the whole collective to completely adjust to the new design of Earth. So 2031 is somewhat we can expect the world to be changed completely, landscape wise, because the projection of landscape of Earth is continue to change. It's not for the whole collective, but we will see the ripple for every one of us. It's very interesting when I see it this way. If I train my psychic gift to like see the difference between each day and then each time, it's the timeline itself, so that there is a probability that I need to see also like what is like the highest, the lowest, the middle point of it all. But because I didn't see it from that way, I just saw it from like the most tiunan point in Moga, what the most prominent, the most obvious point of this timeline, and that's all I see. I actually never done that. I wonder like if I want to do that. No, I have never been drawn to like psychic reading, but I'm just really good at it because I have the focus, I have the capacity to do that, but I am never feel fulfilled to actually give a reading. But it is very helpful. But that's also like the thing. Like I don't like to be challenge. I don't like to be reminded that, hey, this thing going to happen in this time. I was like, no, okay, yeah, you're about to die. So what? Is dying really that scary? I think like the religion has bombarded us with this idea that we are going to hell and all that stuff. And I'm like, I hate being in fear, and that's why I never trust those words. I don't know what your take on this. Just my personal take on, as someone who can see what they are. Hmm. Nope. Got nothing else. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.